The next section we'll go on to is section G inside the collection. This is dedicated to calling out special yarns inside the design work. We're looking at space-dyed yarn, metallic yarn, as well as coloured dot yarn. So let's look at G-1, which is white dot and space line. Again, when you open the book, you've got your quality swatch on the left-hand side, your left, not mine, and some more information regarding the designs inside this booklet on the other page. Then we get to the fabrics. The first page we're looking at how to include these specialised yarns inside your core running qualities, that being a solid twill or an Oxford programme. And we've also used melange yarn here, again updating, say, an Oxford programme to be, rather than using plain yarns for the season, to use melange yarn, and then also using white colour dot inside the design itself to add some more interest and specialness to the fabric itself. Again, blended composition here, 97.9% cotton, 2.1% spandex, two-way stretch in the weft, as well as 100% cotton blended compositions. On the next page, we're looking at using space dye yarn and 100% cotton in yarn dye check designs with more linear gradient yarn dyed pattern work. We also have clip dobby inclusion inside the patterns as well, and this is also using that City Limits colour palette that we spoke about before as well, using those tones of grey, blue and ochres and tans coming through. On the next page, we're looking at using more specialised yarns. This is actually using BOOKLET yarn. So we're looking at blended compositions here with being 89% cotton, 9% polyester, which is the BOOKLET yarn, and also two-way elasting, two-way stretch in the weft of the fabric. What we've done is we've used the BOOKLET in a very large part of the section of the design itself, but we've used it in colours that are also seen inside the other sections of the pattern itself. So it's a small subtle inclusion. It adds a lot of texture to the fabric, but done in a more smarter, refined manner. The yarn dyed checks also have a combination of not only using BOOKLET yarn and plain yarn, but also different types of construction details inside the pattern with end-on-end work to add some high and low detailing inside the fabric design. On the next page, again, we're looking at larger scale yarn dyed check designs, more casual designs with colour dot inclusion inside the fabric to add a little bit of specialness and detail inside the fabric itself. A blended composition, 98% cotton, 2% spandex, two-way stretch in the weft of the fabric. On the next page, again, this is calling out that denim-like story that we previously spoke about, where we've used those really commercial tones of blue on blue, different levels going from teals to darker, more midnight blues, and also looking at more charcoal, almost black colourings as well. But using the BOOKLET yarn here in a very soft, very refined manner as a call out for texture and detail inside the fabric. Blended composition with the BOOKLET yarn being 96% cotton, 4% polyester, various scales of check and different placements of the BOOKLET yarn throughout these patterns. On the next page as well, we have more BOOKLET yarn that's been used inside various scales of yarn dyed checks. And again, we've used it not only in similar tones inside the fabric, but we've also used them in more brighter contrast tones to pull out those accent colours that we've spoken about for autumn winter 21. But again, in a really nice refined manner, so it doesn't look too obvious or too severe. Done very, very subtly, adding both texture and colour to the fabric.